As The Mandalorian Season 1 starts to walk into the sunset and ends, well, seems that Disney Plus subscribers are doing the same and canceling their subscriptions to Disney Plus. Hey, what is going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? I hope you all are having a wonderful and fantastic day today, and if not, hopefully you all will have a better tomorrow. So it seems that now that The Mandalorian Season 1 is over with, Season 2 won't be happening till next fall in 2020. So it seems the big thing here now is that people are just leaving Disney Plus. They are having massive cancellations, and while Disney Plus was starting off strong in terms of having over 10 million subscribers just within the first couple months, they're starting to lose subscribers after The Mandalorian ends. And there's a lot of reasons behind why this is, and we're going to go over that today. So, looking at an article from comicbook.com first, here's what they had to start off by saying. Star Wars achieved a major breakthrough success with The Mandalorian, the franchise's first live-action television series. The hype surrounding The Mandalorian was too real, as the combination of some key lines and scenes, plus the phenomenon that is Baby Yoda, praise be to the chosen child, led to Mandalorian being a goldmine of quotables and memes. And no doubt it's a hit within the Star Wars fandom and well beyond. However, while The Mandalorian is a bona fide hit, the same may not be as true for the Disney Plus streaming service that launched it. After the Mandalorian season finale, it seems that there's a sector of the Disney Plus user base who is ready to drop out. See, here's the thing. When it comes to things that are like The Mandalorian, that are a goldmine, that are very good and people are excited for, people are going to stick around to see more of. But, when it comes to Disney, the thing is, not everybody's really a fan of all the animations, not everybody's a fan of all the movies, and, it's supposed to be like family movies. People also like mature content. People also like things that are more adult oriented, because The Mandalorian, while, yeah, you could say you got families involved in that, I would say a lot of people, because, it's Star Wars fans, you have a lot of older audiences being reeled into that, and a lot of people really enjoyed it. But when that ends, what does Disney really have to offer that will make a lot of people stay? I mean, that's the big thing there, and it makes sense why a lot of people will drop it after The Mandalorian ended. As you will see below, there are plenty of Disney Plus subscribers who are being none too shy about taking to social media to let everyone interested know that they are done with Disney Plus. Time to cancel Disney Plus. Mando's over. I mean, can you really blame them though? That was the thing that got people into Disney Plus. I mean, well, at least a lot of people. I mean, some people are there for the Disney animations, but Mandalorian is a huge thing. There were a fair number of Star Wars fans that made the Mandalorian finale viewing and Disney Plus cancellation a big double-header event. Is there anything worth watching on Disney Plus other than The Mandalorian? And, that's what I'm saying. Some people are just here for it. And you're seeing this in these tweets. I'm probably going to do the free trial of Disney Plus so I can binge Mandalorian and then cancel. Does that make me even cooler? And that's what a lot of people are going to do. The Mandalorian is now so popular that people are willing to basically work the Disney Plus free trial system just to see it. Too bad it won't work when Season 2, for all those Marvel series, finally arrive. I'm going to cancel Disney Plus now that The Mandalorian is over. The new look at me, I'm too cool for the room quote. This Twitter trend of announcing that you're jumping off the Disney Plus train is not quite the badass rebellion some want it to be. It's not about trying to create a rebellion. It's the fact that there's a lot of people who just aren't interested. I mean, if you look at this, and of course you have Disney here asking what made people cancel Disney Plus. Mandalorian is over. This is the way. And that's the thing. When you have the fact that they're saying this, it shows you what they want more of, and, when it comes to market influence, the more that there's demand of something, of course, the more they're going to produce of it. And of course, Mandalorian will be back within a year, but the thing is that in the meantime, what's going to keep people invested in Disney Plus? I mean, yeah, okay, so you have the Marvel movies, but even then, that's only going to last for so long, and by this time, majority of people have already seen them anyways. So in terms of rewatchability, there's only so much time people will rewatch something till they're like, okay, well, I've watched it enough. I think I'm going to take a break. You know, and that happens with some people. And the thing of it is that this shows you that Disney Plus, while yes, they had Mandalorian, and it is something that has been revolutionary for Disney era Star Wars, because let's be real, the sequel saga is garbage, trash. But in terms of the Mandalorian was definitely a breath of fresh air. People really loved it, and it's definitely a good thing in terms of Star Wars. But when it comes to Disney and everything that they have, it's so limited, and a lot of people are just going to jump off the platform. That's the biggest problem. Now, of course, there was an article by Forbes that really talked about this, and I thought this was actually interesting what they had to say. So, The Mandalorian, and he reveals a core problem with Disney Plus. And this article really goes on about what I'm saying here, the problem of availability in terms of stuff that people would want to watch. It's fair to say that Disney Plus arrived with a bang, thanks to its debut series, The Mandalorian, but after 8 short, and I do mean short, episodes, Season 1 is already over. It's been confirmed that Season 2 of The Mandalorian will arrive in fall 2020, a traditional year gap as opposed to anything longer. But past that, for the types of viewers who like The Mandalorian, it may be the case that everyone might just take an entire year off Disney Plus altogether. Disney has not exactly planned the rollout of its bundle of original shows all that well. While yes, if you're a parent, subscribing to Disney Plus for all its myriad of kids content is probably going to be a must all year round. If you're a Star Wars or Marvel fan, it does seem like there will be practically nothing to tide you over until a full year from now. I mean, hey, there's The Last Jedi, right? Ugh, because who wants to watch that? Ugh. Ugh. No. Just no. Ugh. I don't even want to think about people binging that for. I don't even want to think about anybody binging that for like a day. But that's the thing. When it comes to Disney, they clearly didn't think out the availability of shows, and that's a problem for their streaming service because what they could have done is if they had planned it out and probably delayed the service a little longer, if they had planned more shows to actually come with this as well as The Mandalorian. So not just The Mandalorian, but maybe other Marvel shows or something like that. It could have been better and it could have kept people staying on the platform longer rather than what's going on here. And while this would be good to entertain kids, which that's what Disney Plus would definitely be good at doing. The thing is, aside from The Mandalorian, it just feels like Disney Plus is just kid oriented. And so a lot of people that are going to look for more mature content or content for older individuals, they're going to jump to go somewhere else. And that's a big problem. The lone exception to this is the 7th season of The Clone Wars, which has been brought back from the dead for Disney Plus and debuts in February 2020. It's good news for existing Clone Wars fans, but it's also a series where you're probably going to want to watch the past 6 seasons to catch up, and that is a total of 121 episodes. It's not The Mandalorian, where everyone is just going to be able to dive into it. And that's the thing, while you have a lot of people who love The Mandalorian, the Clone Wars, for some, may not be their cup of tea, because maybe the animation style, maybe they see it more as a cartoon, rather than being true to Star Wars, despite the fact that it is canon, but not everybody's going to, jump into it like they would The Mandalorian. So, there is that. And I'm not saying that The Clone Wars is a bad series. I've watched it myself, and I think that Season 3 onward got really, really good. I think it was excellent. Because, the first 2 seasons does seem a bit more for kids, but then, they start to dive more into it, and it starts to become a little more mature as it goes on and becomes better, and I did like that. But the thing of it is that some people, it's not going to be their cup of tea. They just may not be able to get into it like The Mandalorian, for example. But what about all those high-profile Star Wars and Marvel live-action shows that got announced when Disney Plus was being unveiled? Again, those are the ones that seem to be at least another year away. Mandalorian director Deborah Chow's Obi-Wan series with Ewan McGregor doesn't even have a date yet, and may not be seen until 2021. The untitled Cassian Andor series, nobody cares about that, is listed as 2021 right now. But you see, that's the big thing. You just see such a huge gap, and had Disney waited a little longer, rather than trying to jump into the streaming war and try to gain all these subscribers. Had they patiently waited it out and had multiple shows, so not just The Mandalorian, but like other Marvel shows that they had planned, I think a lot more people would probably be invested at least a bit more because, like I said, it would make them jump more into the idea of, oh, well, we have a few more things that are mature content that some of you would probably like, or action filled, or, whatever. And people would like that a lot more than just having one show that's good, which is The Mandalorian, and then just, okay, well, you gotta wait a year before it comes back again and before something else really good comes along. And it's like, so there's that problem. On the Marvel side, things aren't much better. The first show out should probably be The Falcon and the Winter Soldier sometime in late 2020. After that, WandaVision, Loki, Hawkeye, Moon Knight, She-Hulk, and Miss Marvel. Oh god, Miss Marvel. Ugh. Do not have dates at all and are likely not coming until 2021 or beyond. This is not great. I think there are two distinct groups subscribing to Disney Plus right now. Families for the old content and new originals like High School Musical and Lizzie McGuire and such, and then big Star Wars and Marvel fans. For them, Disney scheduling only a single new season of Clone Wars for the entire next year and stacking all its big projects so far away seems like poor planning. And I agree. I think that Disney poorly planned this out because while they were talking about having all these shows, all this Marvel content as well as the Star Wars content, it's so far away. And what are people going to do in the meantime? I mean, they're going to watch The Mandalorian, and then if there's nothing else that really interests them or fits what they'd like to see, they're just going to leave because there's nothing else for them to really watch. So, when you think about it, they just will leave because they're going to lose interest. And if you can't keep the interest going, if you can't keep the entertainment that would keep these people around going, well, what are you going to expect? You're not going to expect them to stay around and just, eat the hot dogs despite the fact that they ordered hamburgers, because that's just not how this is going to work. So they're going to leave. They're going to go somewhere else where they can find more entertainment that is to their suiting, is to their liking. And I think Disney really did poorly plan this out. I think that they could have held off on this service a little longer if they wanted to keep people more invested. It won't always be like this. Once all these shows are up and running, the ones that aren't miniseries, so far I believe Loki and Obi-Wan are one-offs, will return for more seasons, and Disney will be able to spread them out throughout the year better. But for now, if Disney Plus is trying to compete with the likes of Netflix, which at this rate is practically drowning viewers in original content week after week, it's not even close. Disney is still revving up its engines on the runway, while Netflix has been in the air for ages now. And that's kind of the thing. With Netflix, they've been here for many, many, many years. They did outdo Blockbuster, and they've been going for a while, so they're used to the entertainment business in terms of getting content out there, or trying to get movies or shows that people like on their platform, despite the fact that, how everything's going with HBO Max, for example, and, what is it, the MSNBC's Peacock? I don't know why anybody would name a service after that, but, whatever, right? Whatever. But the thing is that when you look at it, Netflix, yeah, they have lost some things, but they are still dishing out original content. They're still trying to get things out there, and they still have some things that people enjoy and that they will binge watch. As to where, you look at Disney, they haven't really mapped this all out. And I think that HBO Max, for example, is a prime example of how to do it, because look at them. HBO Max, I think, out of all the streaming services, if you were to ask me which one I would say would probably be one that would be a real big competitor with Netflix, I think that it's going to be HBO Max, because they have things like Adventure Time, which is actually coming back. They have Hanna-Barbera animations. They even have mature content from Warner Bros. And all the other Warner Media assets. So, you have Crunchyroll as well, so you have all their library of anime. You have Studio Ghibli. They have so much to offer, and you can tell that HBO Max, AT&T, they have planned this out thoroughly on how to keep people around, entertained, and in terms of streaming services, they have planned it out well, where I think Disney Plus, the problem with it is that Disney did not think this through carefully. And while, yes, they're promising these shows, the problem is they don't have exclusive content that is coming out regularly. Rather, it's coming out, oh, look, well, here's Mandalorian a couple months later. Oh, look, here's Clone Wars a couple months to a year later. Like, here's this show, here's that show. I mean, it's just all over the place at this point, and it's not something that's going to keep people around all the time. And I think that Disney could have thought this out a lot more thoroughly and planned it out better than what we're actually seeing here. And this is why people are leaving Disney Plus, because they just don't have anything that really piques their interest in terms of entertainment aside from that. So, it's not like it's a trend. It's not like it's a big thing like comicbook.com is trying to make it out to be. It's because they don't have stuff that's going to continue to keep people around. And that's where Disney could have actually done things better. They could have held the service off a little bit longer, and they could have actually had more shows come out alongside The Mandalorian, which would have been better in terms of their service, instead of having, tons of subscriptions just leave because, well, as I said, it just would have been better if they had planned it out better and tried to get more things that could entertain other people as well. But let me know your thoughts down below, and subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and make sure you're still subscribed. Hit the video with a like if you enjoyed, and share the video, try to spread the word to get it out there. It's greatly appreciated. It really helps out the channel a lot. And if you want to keep up to date on things, follow me on Discord. The link is in the description down below. But anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful and fantastic day today. And remember, if today was not a good day, tomorrow could always be better. Take care of yourselves and everyone around you, and have yourselves a good one out there, everybody.